Mobility and fall prevention. Small changes, steady ground. Here's something most people don't know. The single biggest predictor of how independent you'll be at 80 isn't your genetics, and it isn't luck. It's how well you can balance on one foot right now, today. Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to protect that. Let's talk honestly about falls for a moment. Not to scare you, but because this is one of those topics where a little clarity goes a long way. Every year, millions of adults over 65 experience a fall. But here's the part that doesn't get said enough. Falls aren't really an aging problem. They're a strength and balance problem, and both of those are trainable at any age. What tends to happen is quiet and gradual. Somewhere in our 50s and 60s, without noticing, we start taking smaller steps. We hold the railing a little more. We avoid uneven sidewalks. None of these choices feel like a big deal in the moment. But over years, they add up to something called deconditioning, where the body simply gets less practiced at the very skills that keep us upright. The good news, and I mean this sincerely, mobility and balance respond to training faster than almost anything else in the body. Even people in their 80s and 90s show measurable improvement in balance within a matter of weeks of targeted practice. This isn't about becoming an athlete. It's about staying the person who can get down on the floor to play with a grandchild, and get back up laughing, not struggling. So let's get into the practical part. 5 things you can start doing this week. Point 1. The single leg stand. This is the one test physical therapists use to predict fall risk, and it's also the single best exercise to prevent falls. It's called the single leg stand. Here's how. Stand near a countertop or sturdy chair, just in case. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and try to hold for 10 seconds. Switch sides. That's it. Do this once a day, maybe while you're brushing your teeth or waiting for coffee to brew. Over a few weeks, try closing your eyes for an extra challenge, always with something to hold onto nearby. Why does this work so well? Balance depends on 3 systems talking to each other: your eyes, your inner ear, and the sensors in your feet and ankles. Most of us stop challenging that conversation once we stop doing things like standing on one foot to put on pants or step over something. This simple exercise reopens that conversation, and the body relearns quickly. Point 2. Strengthen the legs, especially the hips. Here's a fact that surprises people. Leg strength, particularly in the hips and thighs, is one of the strongest predictors of fall risk. Weak hips change the way you walk in small ways. A shorter stride, less push-off, and that changes your margin for error when you stumble. You don't need a gym for this. Sit-to stands are one of the best exercises available, and you already own the equipment: a chair. Sit toward the front edge of a sturdy chair. Lean slightly forward, and stand up without using your hands if you can, using them if you need to, no shame in that. Sit back down with control, rather than dropping. Repeat 8 to 10 times. Do this daily, or every other day, and give it a month. Many people notice they climb stairs more easily, get out of the car more easily, and simply feel steadier on their feet, often before they notice any change in a mirror. Point 3. Clear the path before you walk it. This one isn't about your body at all. It's about your environment, and it's often the most overlooked. Most falls at home happen in ordinary moments. Getting up at night, stepping out of the shower, walking through a room with a loose rug. A few changes make an outsized difference. Add night lights along the path from the bedroom to the bathroom, so you're never navigating in true darkness. Secure or remove rugs that can slide, especially at the top of stairs. Make sure stairwells have handrails on both sides if possible, and that they're actually being used, not just decorative. And keep a clear, unobstructed path in whichever room you spend the most time. No cords, no stacked boxes, nothing to catch a foot. None of this requires a renovation. Most of it takes one afternoon, and it quietly removes risk from your daily life going forward. Point 4. Walk with purpose. Not just steps. Walking is wonderful for overall health, but for fall prevention specifically, how you walk matters as much as how much. Try adding what's sometimes called dynamic balance practice to a regular walk. This simply means occasionally walking heel to toe for a few steps, as though on a balance beam, or practicing walking while turning your head side to side to check for traffic, the way you would crossing a street. These small variations train your brain and body to handle the unexpected, a curb, a pet underfoot, a sudden stop, because real life rarely happens on a perfectly flat, predictable surface. If you use a cane or walker, this next part is especially for you. Make sure it's actually fitted to your height. An assistive device that's the wrong height can do more harm than good. A physical therapist can check this in about 5 minutes, and it's worth asking for at your next visit. Point 5. Have your vision and medications reviewed annually. This last one isn't an exercise, but it may be the highest leverage item on this list. Vision changes and certain medications, even common ones like blood pressure medication or sleep aids, can quietly affect balance and reaction time. An annual check of both isn't excessive caution. It's basic maintenance, the same way you get your car's brakes checked. If you're researching this for a parent, this is often the easiest conversation to start, because it doesn't sound like, "We're worried about you falling." It sounds like, "Let's make sure your prescriptions and glasses are still right for you," which is true, and kind, and non-threatening. Recap. Let's bring it together. 5 things. 1. Practice single leg stands daily to retrain balance. 2. Build hip and leg strength with sit to stands. 3. Clear and light the paths in your home. 4. Walk with intentional variety, not just distance. And 5. Get vision and medications reviewed once a year. None of these require special equipment, a gym membership, or hours of your day. What they require is consistency, a few minutes, most days, for a few weeks. That's genuinely how quickly balance responds. If this was helpful, the most useful thing you can do is pick just one of these 5 and start this week. Not all 5, just one. Small, consistent steps are exactly the philosophy of this channel. And if you'd like more videos like this, practical, no fear, real strategies for staying strong and independent, consider subscribing. We put out a new video every week, and I'd genuinely love to have you along. Thanks for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Medical disclaimer: this video is for general educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult your doctor or a physical therapist before beginning any new exercise program, especially if you have a history of falls, dizziness, chronic conditions, or joint or heart issues. If you or someone you know has fallen recently or feels unsteady, please speak with a healthcare provider promptly.